The game begins with Achilles and the Myrmidons arriving on the shores of Troy, defeating the Trojans, defending the beach and destroying their war machines to clear the area for the approaching Greek army. In a flashback, Tyndareus, king of Sparta and father of Helen, persuades Helen's suitors to make an oath to protect Helen's marriage, no matter who her husband is.
The world and the Olympians in the sky. To protect the marriage of Helen, queen of Sparta, no matter who shall be her husband.
To protect the marriage of Helen, queen of Sparta, no matter who shall be her husband.
They agree, and Helen marries Menelaus. When Paris of Troy abducted Helene, Menelaus used the same oath to launch a war against Troy to retrieve his wife. In the present day, Hector of Troy defeats Patroclus in a duel, causing him and the Greeks to retreat.
Curse you, son of Troy! We'll meet again.
Determined to end the war and prove his honor to the Trojans, Paris challenges Menelaus to a duel.
I saw you, I greeted war which I started.
Paris nearly defeats Menelaus but is overcome by the king. As Menelaus is about to finish Paris, Aphrodite magically transports Paris from the battlefield back to his palace, where he is reunited with Helen.
Paris!
Aphrodite came to my aid, took me away from the battle. I am saved.
You are. I wonder how many will rejoice.
Achilles duels Aeneas, the son of Aphrodite, and defeats him, causing him to retreat and allow Achilles and his men to raid Lyrnessus.
Damn you, son of Thetis. May the gods bring you a cruel end.
Run, coward. Your land and its riches are mine. And the gods are silent!
Another flashback shows the Amazon princess, Penthesilea, leading the Amazons to Athens to rescue her sister, Queen Hippolyte, after she is abducted by Theseus, king of Athens. Although the queen is rescued, she is killed during a duel between Penthesilea and Theseus.
What happened? Queen Hippolyte. Sound a retreat!
Back in the present, Ajax accompanies Agamemnon to invade Thebe, the last of Troy's allies. Ajax conquered the city and defeated King Aetion. Agamemnon then takes the daughter of Chryses, a priest of Apollo, as his slave. A deadly plague infects the Greek army, and Achilles is attached by the spirit of Apollo as a massive statue. Emerging victorious, it is revealed by Chryses that Apollo released the plague on the Greeks since Agamemnon took his daughter for himself. Agamemnon gives the priest his daughter back but takes Briseis as compensation. Angering Achilles can no longer tolerate Agamemnon and vows to never fight for him again. Hector leads the Trojans in pushing back the Greeks and defeats Ajax in a duel. The next day, Hector leads the Trojans in breaching the Greek wall, where the Trojan prince fights and kills an enormous Cyclops sent by Poseidon. Ajax fights his way through more Trojans, destroys their war machines, and defeats Sarpedon, son of Zeus, in a duel, forcing him and the other Trojans to retreat. During a battle, Paris hears Hera's voice calling his name. The angered goddess sends a griffin to kill him as punishment for choosing Aphrodite as the most beautiful goddess. Paris kills the beast and sets fire to the Greek ships, where he sees Patroclus disguised as Achilles fighting the Trojans.
There.
Agamemnon returns Briseis and pleads for Achilles' help, but he refuses. Patroclus persuades Achilles to let him wear his armor and lead the Greeks against the Trojans. Patroclus duels Hector, besting the Trojan prince in combat. Patroclus is about to kill him when Apollo curses him, allowing Hector to kill Patroclus. Upon seeing that it was Patroclus he killed, Hector is shocked that it wasn't Achilles and steals his armor.
This is not Achilles.
Learning that Patroclus is dead, Achilles grieves for his fallen friend. Vowing to avenge his comrade's death, Achilles fights through hordes of Trojans and reaches Hector. The two duel, with Achilles defeating Hector and mutilating his corpse while his family and all of Troy mourn the loss.
The hand of fate dooms us all, Achilles. I died for my people.
Penthesilea joins the Trojans' cause and is haunted by the ghost of Hippolyte. She defeats her sister's spirit, and after the cleansing ceremony, Priam, Aeneas, and Penthesilea learn of Hector's fight with Achilles.
King Priam. It's Prince Hector.
Penthesilea fights and defeats Odysseus, causing the king to retreat. Penthesilea follows the Greek army and finds Achilles.
But we shall see how you fare against the might of Achilles.
Penthesilea and Achilles fight in a duel, where Achilles kills the Amazon princess, giving her an honorable death on the battlefield. Following the deaths of Hector and Penthesilea, the Greek army invades the city of Troy. Paris witnesses Achilles killing Deiphobus at the altar of Zeus. Paris then duels with Achilles, who is soon forced to retreat.
We're being overrun. We cannot last within the city much longer.
We will face each other again!
As Achilles retreats, Paris shoots an arrow that strikes the warrior's heel and then fires several more arrows into him, killing him and avenging his brother's deaths.
Die, beast!
It's done.
Athena, angered by the theft of her sacred object, seeks vengeance by striking Ajax with madness, causing the prince to hallucinate of his own allies, accusing him of being a traitor, with Ajax killing delusional images of Menelaus, Odysseus, Agamemnon, and Achilles. During this confusing hallucination, Ajax confronts Lyssa, the spirit of mad rage, and kills her. After realizing he is killing a flock of sleep, Ajax cannot bear the madness and commits suicide by throwing himself upon a sword embedded in the ground. After Ajax's death, Odysseus builds a massive wooden horse and hides himself, Menelaus, and several other men inside. The Trojans consider it a gift to Athena to calm her anger and take it inside their city. As night falls, Odysseus, Menelaus, and the other men sneak out of the horse and open the gates to allow the rest of the Greeks to invade Troy. Amid the chaos, Paris forces Aeneas to save his family and flee. Cassandra prophesies that Aeneas will escape and discover an empire greater than Greece and Troy combined. Odysseus and Menelaus invade the royal palace and find Helen, Paris, and Priam. Odysseus defeats Paris, and Menelaus stabs and kills Paris. Menelaus takes Helen back as his wife, and Agamemnon kills King Priam. Agamemnon then beheads Paris and Priam while Odysseus leaves the palace. Aeneas is surrounded by Agamemnon and Greek soldiers. Agamemnon shows the heads of Priam and Paris and proclaims that he will conquer Troy and all the cities in the land. Disgusted by the greedy king's act, Aeneas engages in a duel with him, kills him, and escapes from the Greek army as the walls of Troy collapse around him. Remembering Cassandra's prophecy, Aeneas climbs through the debris, escapes from Troy, and reunites with his family and the other survivors.
Aeneas, you will lead those who remain to a new shore and found an empire greater than Greece and Troy combined. An empire that will rule the world for 1,000 years, never to be equaled in the story of man.